Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and today we are doing the 100 days challenge. On my desk you see sort of a prototype, which is not a prototype because I've done this numerous times. So it's a little folder, I would call it, that you open, in which I've put some postcards, and in here you have a little pocket with a bit of ephemera. So it's decorated both inside out, and you can use this to send happy mails. It's quite, I think, cute. Or you can put it in a journal with extra ephemeras. So I think we're going to do maybe 2 of them today, and using various supplies. So let's start. In terms of supply, to make our little folder, I'm going to use what I call my less light scrapbook paper, which is about the only kind of scrapbook, I can't say the word, scrapbook paper that I do use, but I only use it to make masterboards like this. One of the reasons is because this paper, and the design are sometimes very nice, like this one, I like it very much, but the pages are a bit too thin for my liking, for the things I do, like my tags and such things. I'm not sure, so it's 230 GSM. But once you fold it, sometimes it will rip. So you need to be careful. But as we're going to decorate it anyway, it's going to be more sturdy like this one. Okay, so I'm going to take a page of the masterboard and a page of the scrapbook paper. First thing to do is decide of the size of your little folder. I'm going, as it's a 12 by 12, I'm just going to cut it in half. Like this. Going to put one on the side and one next to me, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the masterboard. However, I want the writing to be, in the normal way, so I need to be careful and put it landscape-wise so that I have the direction correct. So again, half of the page. I'm going to keep this bit, put the other one on the side. Now, take our scoring board. There we are. So I want my little folder to have sort of a little spine, so that when you put things in it, it's not too packed. Okay, so I'm going to divide this in 3, but instead of scoring 4 and 8, I'm going to score 3 inches and 3/4. No, not 3/4. I'm not sure how you call them. So it's 1/4 before 4 and 1/4 after 4. And the same with the 8, 1/4 before, 1/4 after. So that way, once I fold, you see, even with my paper, it tends to crack. So we will need to reinforce the little spines by maybe putting washi tape or fabric or what have you. Okay, let's fold it correctly. Okay, there we are, more or less. It's ripping. It is ripping. Not to worry. There we go. So we have a little folder. Okay, so the other paper, we're going to do exactly the same. Score at the same place, 1/4 before 4, 1/4 after 4. Same applies here, 1/4 before, 1/4 afterwards. And then we fold them. So you can do this with nice scrapbook paper if you want. but I'm just going to go with this one. Here we are. Now, the thing that you would need to think of first is what type of a closure are you going to want to make? If it's something, because then it will define whether you do it before or you can do it afterwards. I will actually do it afterwards. I will do something similar to this one on my scrapbook paper. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the inside. So I need to find some paper, nice paper to put inside. So in this particular case, I've selected 2 pages coming from a very, very old school notebook. And what I'm going to do, because I don't want to, I could decide to have one sort here, one sort here, one sort here, so a different type of paper every time. For this particular one, I want to use the same on all pages. So what I'm going to do, just to show you, I'm going to glue that one obviously on the top, but up to the end of the page. And this one is going to come underneath up to the margin, there. And in that way, I have enough to cover the rest of my folder. So let me glue this and cut it up to size. Here we are. I've glued and made sure that the paper is really, really glued well, especially on the folds, because once I will fold it, I don't want the paper to come up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this dry for quite some time, maybe half an hour, just to be sure that my folds will stay in place, and then I will do the other side. In the meantime, I have selected the paper that I want for my second folder. It's white, you could leave it blank if you wanted to, but I don't want to. So I've taken a very old atlas, and I'm just going to select a map. And I need to be careful because I want the map to show, obviously. Let me see. I'm going to take this one out. Here we are. And so now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to cut my page beforehand. I'm going to glue it on this. And just so you know, I'm using glue stick. So while the other one is drying, we can do this one together. So again, this is in the inside, not the outside. I obviously will need to select another page for the outside. So another, you know, either pattern or the same. That's really up to you. And I will do this off camera, and I will come back once everything is glued and dry. So let me just finish this. So it needs quite a lot of glue. There you are. Hopefully I haven't missed, actually I have missed a spot. Get rid of the lumps if you have any. And now I need to sort of guess what is going to be glued. Okay. What I find quite handy, I got this in a travel kit from Craftelier, and it makes my life easier when I'm gluing large pieces, and I want to make sure that they are glued correctly. So this one, that's my fold. I'm making sure that it goes all the way to the fold, and I'm just going to cut it to size. So there is nothing difficult. You'll see this is a very simple project. We're not reinventing the wheel. And you'll see sometimes when you buy ready-made ephemera, they come with a little folder like this. You can also just use that and just cover it with decorative papers. That's even simpler. And that's reusing packaging, which is always a good thing. Oh, glue on my scissors. Okay, and I'm going again to take my huge bone folder and make sure that everything is glued properly. Okay, so I'm going to find papers to decorate the inside of the other one. I don't need to cover this one, it's already covered. And I'll come back once everything is dried. So, my folders have almost dried. I have folded this one, making sure that both folds were folded correctly. So I went with my bone folder. I'm going to fold this one with you. So I'm just checking. So you see my paper has cracked here. That's not an issue. So I need to make sure that the second fold folds correctly. So I'm helping it with my bone folder. And because of the nature of the paper, I guess it's not as well glued as the other one. That's life. We will work with this. So fold it. And the second one folded as well. Okay. What I want to do is to round corners. So I've taken my big corner rounder actually. So 1, 2. Now the question is, do I want the inside to be rounded as well? I guess so. No, I'll just do that. And I've been thinking about it, and I wonder, you could actually make the second flap shorter if it came in the way, but in our case I think everything works rather fine. So this one, and there. Okay, let me just get rid of these little pieces. Okay, so corner rounder out of the way. Now, you need to decide whether you just want a simple folder to put things in it, or if you want to make some pockets. You can make 3 pockets, obviously, but I would, if it were for me, I would probably make only 2 pockets and maybe a belly band somewhere. So I think this is what we are going to do. So now the question is, how tall do we want our pockets to be, and with what material? So let me grab some supplies. Okay, so I've taken out a couple of things I found in one of my little pouches, and that's the kind of supplies that I want to use. I want to empty these little pockets as much as possible. So I found a small postcard from a cathedral in Bourges. I found this. I'm not sure what they're called. I think they're chronos as well, but I'm not sure. It's 2-sided. We're only going to use one side, which is this one. And then in the middle, I want to use film strips. So negative. These are from, again, I bought some batches of old photographs. I don't even know. Oh, they're in color. There's a plant, there are people, but you would never see them, so you don't know who they are. And they don't know that they're there either. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this as a belly band in the middle. Okay, so I'm just going to start by gluing my my little pockets. I'm going to ink everything up. Again, inking is up to your liking. A lot, not a lot. That's really up to you. I think I will ink the other one with maybe ground espresso for a change, because I've been using vintage photo quite a lot in my videos. I'm going to ink the fold as well. So that's one. And now, okay, it doesn't want to fold backwards, but it will, because I said so. So, there, here, I've just inked my finger, as if it needed more, aside from glue. Here. There. I'm going to glue the outside while the ink is there. I might re-ink a bit after decorating, just because I have no clue yet as to what I'm going to use. So I know that my videos tend to be long, and maybe even too long. So I am going to start trying to make them a bit shorter, because I know there are lots of them per week, and it's, you know, not everybody has the time to watch an hour and a half of video every day, especially because there are other crafters that absolutely need to be watched. So I'm just going to try to make them shorter. I don't promise anything, because for the moment it seems to be a very tough exercise for me, but I promise I will try. Okay, my ephemera need to be inked as well. So this is a little postcard. So it needs to be there, and I don't want to have to round its corners. So I need to be careful on how I position it. Come on, come play with me. And be careful, because if you don't, I'll take your brother. I'm sorry about the back noise. For once, it's not dogs. I have had to leave my window open because my daughter is cold and I am far too warm. I'm always warm. I think if I could keep the temperature in my home at 17, 16 degrees, I'd be a happy bunny. But obviously that's not healthy for my girl, so it is, you know, between 19 and 20, which is, you know, reasonable, I think. So these I'm going to staple. I'm going to use my big staples, because I want it not to move. So you won't be able to put too much in there, but you know, the folder is not meant to have too many things either, and you can still put some things on the top, so it's reasonable. I have another one that is much larger, I think, somewhere. Okay. I'm going to sort of glue a part of the sides, not everything. Whoop, but okay. I'm going to put it more or less at the same height as the other pocket on the other side. Here. Ooh, you've moved. Don't do that. So it looks a bit empty, and I think we can definitely do some decorating. The first thing that I'm going to do, I think I want to put some small washi tape on this part, and I think I want it to be black. So it's really between these two because they have numbers and I like numbers. So I think I'm going to go with this one. Trim the excess there, and then the second one. Perfect. Okay. So we need, I think, some sort of postal stamps thingies over here, and I think we need an image here. So, little pouch. We have something. If I use it, I want to fussy cut it out, and I don't think there are any postal stamps here. No, there aren't. So I'm going to grab this box. And see what I can find. Oh, I like this one. I really like it. Oop. Red would not be bad. Do I want some Tim Holtz booby tape? Let's see. I think I do. So do I want a big piece or a small piece? Maybe a bigger piece. There. And maybe a very small piece here. There's one here. Oh, come on. I know this time I'm the right side up. And maybe one, once I will have glued these little things out, and I need to find a stamp to go on the other side. Let me just crunch it up. Too much white to my liking. Okay, do I cut this out or do I leave it? Because if I do fussy cut it out, it'll be too small for the stamp, and I really like the stamp. This is a collectible. and it's a religious image. Oh. And I'm not going to do anything to it, just so you know. I sometimes use them, but I don't denature them. And anyway, that's art. That's not an intention or an opinion or anything like this. Okay, grunging as well. Little boo-boo tape, you go on the side. So I can put my glue book, my multifunctional glue book. Okay. I'm going to put a piece of washi tape in between, I think, or boo-boo tape, maybe just boo-boo tape works as well. I think I forgot to ink you, didn't I? You know what? Why not? Okay, I have glue on my fingers and not just a little bit. Why do I always glue things like straight? Why don't I try to make them, you know, like this? You know, you do see a lot of stamps won't be like this, and that's fine. I'm just needing something to clean my hands with. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, be back. Okay, so we do need a couple of things, I think. Some more boo-boo tape to put next to the lovely gentleman. There we go. I think I'm going to leave it like this because otherwise it's going too much. It's going to be too much. So that's one side done. Now, the other side. On the other side, I personally would not put any pockets again because it's going to be too much for such a little folder. But I would indeed decorate it. So let me get some goodies to put on it. So as you see, I've taken out a couple of things. So I've taken some old papers, old tickets that maybe we can use. I've taken out some postcards that I fussy cut it out. So I have a couple of them. And then I took some of my ladies from magazines, fashion magazines, as well as some embroidery patterns. So now is the moment where I will have to decide who goes where or what goes where. I'm going to decorate this the back side. I don't think I showed you, but on the one that I had previously made, all three, the word is not coming to mind, but they were all three decorated. I know the word. I know, yeah. Pages. Let's put it like pages. I can't really tell you why, but I want this here. And I just want one of them. So I'm just going to ink it. These you often find on an invoice, just stapled on it or glued on them in all documents. I could staple it, but as I want to put something on it, I'm not going to. I'm just going to glue it. With my glue stick. And that way I also hide a portion of the white of the side of my music page. I don't mind that it's there, but I also don't mind if it's hidden a little bit. So this is what you put on a curtain, on an embrase, I think. And I think they look beautiful. So I'm just going to get my scissors and quickly fussy cut it out. The paper is thin and brittle. My stomach is growling. Oops! I went too far. But that's okay, we have glue. Oh, I hear a dog next to me. Heavily breathing. It's the big one. Well, the baby big one. Yesterday I found her in the basket of the small dog. She was a bit folded in two, but she managed to fit in. It was funny. You see? Very, very brittle. Okay. Oh, come on. Off you go. Glue. And glue. As we have double tapes on the other pages, I want some on this one as well. Is it going to stay over the staple? Probably not. Let me just cut the tiniest bit off. There. Need one on the side, on the bottom, I mean. Oops. Just trying to figure out which one I'm going to use. And it might be that I have to think about it afterwards. It might be. I'll see. Maybe I'll put something else in the bottom. Not sure what yet. Okay, first page. I think I want a lady. So it will be either her. Yeah, it will be her. I am not going to fussy cut her out because I would have to get rid of some parts of the image if I did. And I think she's cute like this, so we're just going to ink a little bit. Okay. See the mark that I've made with the glue? I actually like it, so I'm going to let it show. It ages my paper. Should we put something here as well? Don't know. But maybe the other tiny washi tape. No, no, no. Come on, get off my fingers. Okay, so that's inside. Just thinking, am I going to put an eyelid here? Maybe I could. I'll see. I haven't decided the closure yet. There's a conflict in my head. But what I could do, let me get my washi tape back. I think I can add a little bit over there, but not the whole border. I apologize if I'm showing you the top of my head. Oh blah. Okay. Not necessarily going to put anything with her. I don't know. Oh, yes, I know. You know what? Oh, that's a clever thing to do. I think as a closure, I want to put a wax seal here with a piece of thread or woolly that will be underneath it, and then wrap it around. Put something a bit heavier at the end of the woolly, so then you can, I'll show you what you can. So this side, what do I want? I think I want some embroidery pattern. Not this one, not this one. Maybe this one. It's a bit too white. I need to take some parts off. Ouch. Okay, so a bit of ink. Up. You stay there. No running away. Okay. Now, what else do I have in my little pouch? That could be added on the cover. I have a big stamp. But to me, it's too big. Postcard bits, tickets, nope. Postcard, tickets, nope. Oh, we have a couple of labels. But that's probably going to be a yes. Now, what else? Oh, I like this one. So that's going to be a yes as well. And I do have another one. And maybe, no, it's too big. Another. I think that's good. I think I like it. So let's glue them on. Here. Little snippets. Could have used art glitter glue for this one, but I didn't. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. I've glued this one, so just inking the last one. And then we're going to put the wax seal there. Do I, maybe in the middle? Yep. Good. All right, so let me heat up my wax and I'll be back. So my wax is warm enough and I'm going to try not to make a big mess. So I chose this little piece of ribbon and I'm going to try to glue it about, where is the middle? I'm not sure it's going to be the middle, but if it's not, well, it is what it is. Did I? Look what I did. I took the candle out. I took the candle out, so my wax has now gone back to being too cold. So in the meantime, we're going to find a little button, something a bit heavy. I have a shank button here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the other side of my ribbon. I'm going to put it in my shank button. Like this. I'm going to tie a knot. Not going to make anything fancy, complicated. It's just a knot. Maybe, if I can get there. So one knot. And if I can, I'll make a second one. Just so it fastens it on there. Okay, I'm going to cut this little bit like so. Okay, let's go back to the seal. Somewhere there. It's a mix of waxes. I really don't bother what color it is, even when I use it on some other things. I use it on pictures sometimes. And I don't mind if it's not whole either. I just want a little bit of wax because a whole seal would be too big, I think. Fire on the desk. So let's wait a minute. Okay, in the meantime, we have this one. So what I'm going to do off camera, I'm just going to ink it, and then I'll get a couple of ephemeras to decorate it with. So I'm back. Everything is inked, and I found some ephemera. I'm going to start with this page. I found a ticket. I have no idea for what, where it came from, but I have it. So I'm going to make a pocket out of it. There we go. Just a tad of ink. And I left my glue opened. Is it still willing to? No, it's not. Okay. Let me help you. So this is the bottom. Ah! This is the bottom. There. So, bottom it is. Here and here. So I'm not putting it right at the bottom. Ooh, forgot to be careful about my fold. Sophie. So let me just take the glue out. There. Okay. And I had found a picture of a lovely gentleman from a collectible from the early 1900s, I think. I have a gazillion of them. So I can use a lot of them. I think it's one of the first thing that I sort of thrifted. They were from a épicerie, so I'm not sure what the right word in English is for. It's just food, a little food shop, but very luxury one. And so they had made this particular collectibles. Now, I had selected quite a lot of things. I know this one I wanted to put here as a duck spot, and I'm even going to put it in the middle. Although, okay, I know what closure I'm going to do. And it doesn't require a hole. I'm not going to ink it because it is antique, and you can see that it has had a life. So I'm just going to glue it on this side. There. And in the middle, I can't remember. I think I wanted to put this here. Or did I? Okay, this I know is for the outside, and I had not made up my mind. And here, I can't put a picture. I'm going to put this. This is a piece of watercolor paper, and I used dye. And as you can see, it's a bit wonky. And I think it's actually watercolor that I put on it. I'm not really a mixed media person. I just do some experiments sometime. And I did it. So again, why not use it? Bit of ink. There. Shh. No. Just a second. Okay. Ducks are quiet now. So I've glued this little piece on. I've inked this one. And now I'm just going to glue it. I did not ink my folds inside this one. I should have, but I didn't. I can still do it now if I want to. And I think I do. Not too much though. Yeah. Okay. Do I want to put some washi tape? Maybe something here. But what? Something manly. Cigar band. I actually do have real cigar bands, and I forget to use them all the time. There. And then I don't think I'm going to put anything on this one. Shh. Okay, so sorry, I was there and I was thinking, and not sure I want to add anything else on this one. I think it's fine as it is. But I want to do is to cover the ripped sort of paper. And I think I'm going to use this piece of fabric. Okay, so I just need to cut it to size. And I want a second bit here. The one that I've showed you in the beginning, I've sewn all around. I don't think I'm going to do that. I maybe not. I don't think I'm going to do this today. But you obviously can glue all around. Sew all around. So, both are glued now. So I need to get my decorations. I've selected some pictures. I want to put some pictures in this on this one. And I think I want to use him as well. So now it's just a matter of deciding who is going to be on the cover. Not him, that's for sure. He's going to be somewhere there, I think, on this side. I really like this one. But I also really like this one. This one is smaller. Do I think that's okay? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe what I'm going to do is put this one here. I'm going to cut it a little bit. And then on the back, what am I going to put? Maybe a her? Why not? Or in that case, do I not put them? And do I just put her? With some sort of thingy behind. Or her, she's bigger. This and this, and I don't necessarily want too many things behind them, so I assume I'm going to go for book tape and stems. Let's see, in my bigger stamps. Oh, I have a little devil. We have a little devil here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, stamps, not always easy. I have one with a satellite. I don't think it looks nice enough. Look, this is gorgeous. So maybe this with her. Come on. And this is who he's going to become. That's a bit scary, isn't it? Ooh, come back. You're just there. More? Do we need more? Do we need more labels? I think I have a bunch of them next to me. Here. Oh, let me see. Okay, just gonna grab a handful. I have a washi label here. These are again cheap labels, but I have them, so again I want to use them. I'm missing somewhere there behind. You go back there. Let's see, little guy. And then some boo-boo tape. Okay. Let's glue. Ah, ha, ha. Well, was meant to be. I think I'm almost at the end of my glue stick, but we're almost done, so that's okay. So let's ink this fine lady. These are characters I cut out from postcards, because the postcards had been already partially cut to get the stamp out. So I thought that maybe, could be an idea to still make use of them and to have my own little people. I love reading them when I get them. It's really funny what people wrote at the time. It was sometimes just to say nothing. Sorry for these interruptions. Somebody keeps on trying to call me and will not take no for an answer. So, and then it stops my video. It stops my filming. Yeah, lost track of what I was saying. Yeah, people used to write in postcards what we would sometimes write in a text. So nothing outrageously important. It's just like a word, hope you're fine and see you soon, or really small text. And sometimes just telling, today I've been there and I've done that, and like we would do in a text. And of course you have the occasional loved ones, which are really beautiful. I have a lot of them from the First World War. Yeah, World War. And they're sweet. And a lot of them are saying, you know, I'll be coming home on the 18th via the train. And that's it. There's nothing else on the postcard. So really another way of communicating. We used to send postcards when I was a little girl. We did send postcards a lot. Everywhere you went, you would buy postcards and you would send them. Now I feel people are buying them and just keeping them as a memory of what of where they have been. And the batches I buy sometimes on the internet for more the one I call less loved, and which I punch a lot. You don't find any from the 2000s. You know, it really stops in 1980, sort of ish. Stop shaking, Sophie. Well, wonky it is. So let's add her. Okay. And a little sticker. Can we ink it a little bit? Not sticker, washi tape label. And it even says postcard on it. So it was meant to be. Okay, so you're going to go there. A bit of ink. And a bit of glue. So let me find, it was there. Yep. Like this. And then, was it this one? I think so. Funny, it says breathe. Seriously, just breathe. Which is definitely something you could tell this young man. Yeah, it was not the one I had selected, I think. But it's fine. Okay. All right, now the closure. After a couple of trials, I thought about it again, and I think I'm going to go ahead with my wax seal one more time. So my wax is now already melted. So I'm going to place my ribbon as close to the edge as I can, and I'm just going to pour my wax, well, my mix of wax. Ooh, okay, it's on my desk, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's going to be lovely anyway, even the part on my desk. So there we go. And at the end, I have added a couple of charms, let's call them charms. So my apologies for the abrupt ending of the last chapter. My phone died and it was too late, so I'm filming this the day after. So these are the two little trifold folders that we've made. Let me just open them up. So we have this one with two little pockets and a belly band and some lovely, lovely ephemera. There we go. A 1 and a 2. And then we have this one. I love the little wax seals. I think that was a good idea. And I love the fact that they're not uniform, that you have mixed colors in them. So there again, we have one pocket, two pockets, and a little tuck space. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video and the process. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.